This is Ryan Michael talking with former Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Roy Hall for quarterbackscore.webs.com. This is the third chance I've had to work with Roy, and as always, it's a pleasure. My first question is 6 weeks into the 2013 NFL season, which teams have caught your attention?
You know what? I have no choice but to watch the Indianapolis Colts and then also the Denver Broncos.
Hmm.
I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan, and just to see how he's elevated the game of those young receivers,
Right.
Demarius Thomas and Eric Decker, over the past two seasons. Really, it's only been about 18 or 19 games that he's worked with those guys, but to see how they're dominating the NFL and how effective and efficient they are on offense, it's just been awesome, man. Because as a receiver, whenever you see multiple receivers getting the balls and the targets that they deserve, Wes Welker on the team, he's leading the league in receiving touchdowns.
Hmm.
Demarius Thomas, Eric Decker, and even Julius Thomas, those guys are right up in the big things for leading the NFL. So they've been impressive. And then, even like tonight, Monday Night Football, watching the Indianapolis Colts, obviously my heart is tied to them. But what Andrew Luck is doing, coming on the heels of a great rookie season last year, and to start the season off 4-1, has definitely been fun to watch.
Right. Now, during your NFL career, you played with Peyton Manning in Indianapolis. What is it like to see him now suit up for the Denver Broncos? Is that something you could have ever imagined happening during your years playing with him?
You know what? Last year it was a little bit awkward, and just because of how long I think he played with the Colts for 12 or 13 seasons. And I mean, when you're there with him, you would never imagine him getting traded away or
Right.
getting released by the team, no matter what. I mean, you would have thought they would have rolled it out with Peyton for a long time, but you have to understand that the NFL is a business. You hear that from guys all the time, and as an owner of a franchise, you have to make a move. And they saw Andrew Luck, and obviously have been scouting him for the last 2 or 3 seasons. And, it was a good decision on Jim Irsay's part.
Hmm.
But to see Peyton playing for the Broncos, man, just doing the things that he's doing, I'm happy for him. He's obviously proven that naysayers and the doubters wrong, so that success just speaks for itself.
Now, we're 6 days away from seeing Peyton return to Indianapolis to face Andrew Luck and the Colts. You played with Peyton. What do you think will be going through his mind this Sunday?
I think it'll be a lot of emotions. I know he has relationships with plenty of guys that are still on that team in Indianapolis, specifically Reggie Wayne, and he's still got guys like Robert Mathis and Antoine Bethea on the defensive end. And the people that people don't know, like the security staff,
Hmm.
different chefs, and the different people that are behind the scenes, the people that are at the gates and that let the visiting team in. All these are people that Peyton Manning has that interaction with. So I think it'll be fun for him to get back. I think it'll be a little bit emotional.
Right.
Once he sees the gratitude that the fans have for him. Jim Irsay has come out and said they're going to do a great honor and celebrate him when he comes back into the stadium.
Hmm.
Once the lights come on and once the ball is snapped and the kickoffs through the air, Peyton's going to be Peyton. He's going to try and beat the Indianapolis Colts as best as possible. They did release him, and I know he hasn't forgotten that.
I'm going to put you in a tough spot, Roy, and I want to get your pick for next Sunday's game.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Denver going to Indianapolis. Indy does have a decent defense. I think the Broncos will do it. I think the Broncos are going to Indy and win.
Hmm.
I think Peyton would not want to go into Indy and lose.
Right.
I think this West Coast trip that the Colts are on right now will have an effect on their play.
Hmm.
It's going to be a long flight back home, and then they're going to have to get tomorrow off. So they're already going to be going off a short week. So I think that short week, along with the fact that Peyton Manning is going to be extra determined to win that football game, I think it's going to make a huge difference and give them the edge.
And we'll all be looking forward to that. Now, what I want you to do is tell me a bit about the Driven Food Outreach Program and what my readers and listeners can do to help contribute.
Well, it's really simple, Ryan, and I appreciate you bringing it up. The Driven Foundation is my nonprofit organization that I established in 2008 when I actually was playing with the Indianapolis Colts. And one of the major outreach events that we hold annually is our holiday food outreach. And this year we're going to distribute 100,000 pounds of free food to Columbus and Central Ohio families
Hmm.
during the holiday season. We have an event on December 14th at a local elementary school, and we'll feed about 1,000 families that day. It's really simple if you want to help and contribute. All you have to do is go to drivenfoodoutreach.com, and there you see the information about the event. We have set a goal to feed 1,000 families, but we've also set a financial goal to raise $10,000. In 5 or 6 days, we've already raised $1,800 through about 35 or 36 different people backing our cause. You can sponsor a family to receive food for 2 weeks for just $20. Really, that's like a large latte, or so to speak, from Starbucks. If you're not going out to eat for one weekend out of the month, to be able to sponsor a family. So I just encourage you all to be selfless, to put yourself in other people's shoes, and to try and take your blessings and help somebody else out and eat for the holiday season.
It's a terrific cause. I've already donated myself. So again, my listeners, you can visit www.drivenfoodoutreach.com. You can follow Roy on Twitter at Roy_Hall, and you can follow me on Twitter at TheRyanMichael.